Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Jamie. Welcome to the grand tour of our Valheim server. I built this server with my girlfriend. We don't have a name for it. We have individual names for all of our towns. But here we're going to get started. We're going to take a quick jaunt down to our city. This is the first town that we built. As you can see, I was at the Stones, and we built a little road here just to guide anyone who would come to the server to head down towards it. May even build some sort of structure there so they end up on the road, because you could really run in any direction you'd like. Eventually, I think you'll find something, but either way, you can see I'm going to stop and beat the crap out of some greylings here, just so they don't follow me back. I don't think we have any chance of them destroying it, but they're fun to whack around as it is. So, we're going to just continue here. I may even just speed this part up a little bit. All right, we have arrived in Valkyrie Meadows. We wreck scrubs like this little grayling right here. He's going down. Let's wait for it. Give him a... Oh, I think I was just trying to dodge him here. I don't know. Well, this is embarrassing. He's kind of wrecking us. Let's give him a good whack. Goodbye. So yeah, I'm not actually playing. I'm just commenting on a tour video that I did. I thought maybe it would be easier to stay on track if I just did the tour and then voice overed the rest of it. So you can see I'm coming into the storage room here. This is one of the first buildings we ever built. We put it on stilts up on top with a bunch of chests. Those chests are our original chests, and including our house here, which is to the right. We've since upgraded both of those buildings pretty substantially, but other than that, we installed this key really early into our town as well, just to kind of make it look cool. And I think we docked a boat out there at one point. We should get some more boats, or maybe figure out something to do with that. But here's a nice little sort of shot of Valkyrie Meadows. You can go to the Foundry over here, where we don't actually do any blacksmithing. We just do all of the smelting and everything. And then we ship it on up to the Steel Serpent, which I'm not sure if that's where we're heading now. We don't get like a great look at it, oh yeah, I think that's where we're gonna go now. You can see the maypole. We have been using some cheats to fill the place up, and right here is the Steel Serpent. It's a nice little area where you can build and craft whatever you'd like in terms of steel, fix your stuff, and just a little bit of storage for all the supplies and stuff we got. So we're gonna head. Where are we gonna head now? Into the house? Okay. So this is our bedroom here. Well, this is our living room. Yep. Close the door, and yeah. So you can see we have a couple little crafting tables down here. We don't do much sleep in here anymore. We've been since expanding to other places, but it's always a safe haven. This is the backyard. There's a little bit of a garden here. You can see there's the back entrance to the house, and kind of like a nice little courtyard. There's still plenty of space to build around here as well, but either way, there's also the back entrance. There's 4 entrances to the storage room, basically. It's one of the most accessible buildings like we have in the town, for obvious reasons. We always got to go get our stuff from it. So also another little crafting area here. This is the main crafting area. The full crafting table, or level 5 crafting table, I think. Nice little tavern with a sort of sneaky hallway to the back that leads elsewhere as well. So there's not many patrons. I think there's only one mug there, but either way, it should fill it up and decorate it here eventually. Give it a little bit more life, right? I call this the Bohemian Rhapsody because it's kind of like Queen in the music video for Bohemian Rhapsody, where they're like lit on a background and you're kind of looking up at them. Here's a little teleporter to Stonemire. We'll be visiting there later. Another really cool spot that we've built. Then if we just head out the courtyard here, we can see what exactly we got going on. This is kind of the main entrance to the town, like the real entrance to the town. We came in the back way, despite it being the first way you'd really get in there in the first place, and didn't close the door, but that's okay. You can see more sort of like steps and balconies and stuff. The place is full of balconies. It's basically built on a hill, so it's constantly like going up level by level, and gives a lot of depth to it. There's some stone bridges over here, and then a little shoot down into like a quarry area. It's a couple little ways out. This is also unfinished. This would be like the extent of the town, minus the one building we saw on the way in, which is being built by another player. So we don't even bother going down there. Like I said, it's just sort of dug out, and it puts this building up top that we're about to visit onto like stilts, so it like sits super high. Okay, never mind. We're not going there. Or yes, we are. But at least we closed the door. Just going to take a peek. Just looking for some necks, I guess, some boars. So yeah, this is head up here to what we call the Princess Tower. It's really nice little building. We put a teleporter up here to one of our other towns that sort of like sits up high as well. Rather, it used to. It started as like a treetop thing. But yeah, there's a nice little bedroom up here that somebody can snag and have a little nap. Not right in the middle of town, so it's kind of nice that way. You can see here there's some interesting sort of architecture holding everything together here, and a little bit of ground that I'm going to fix for us here, because I made a mistake. All right, once we get this all fixed up here, we're going to head up and take a look at this sort of like dock area. Well, it's not really a dock area. I think the concept that I was trying to build it into was like if there was like a shipyard, but it's sort of like embedded into the hills. So what I like, you can kind of see, it would be cool to see it from the bottom as well. And I should fully frame this in, but it's kind of like the front of a ship, and then next to it is like a long dock that you can use to travel all the way down to like back into the center of town, and it connects to the storage room. Once again, going for like the full connectivity of the storage room is like the main hub of this entire build, right? So you get a nice little look over town. This is great for fighting dragons and stuff that are gonna be attacking you from above, or trying to avoid any sort of like treacherous attacks, because it's completely disconnected from the like from the ground. You have to jump up here, like I'll show you. So yep, and nope. Okay, yeah. Not a very good jump apparently. Died one too many times. And just gonna head back up and out to one of my favorite parts of the build that I wish I would have shown you when it was when there was actually a little bit of light. Probably would look a little bit better. But either way, we're gonna come down through here, back where we were, and hang a Yui and show you. I put a lot of work into the landscaping and the stairs of this part, or like just like the walls. I pretty much cut the ground so that it's a perfect wall that runs beside the stairs instead of building a wall, and I thought that it was a super cool way to preserve resources at the time. Plus, I'd never done it before. Maybe helped me learn more about how to landscape in this game, which was really nice. And so we're going to come down to this cool tavern that we built with Hearth and Home. We put the big tables in here. A nice little fire. I don't have the Greytower fights to turn on the blue torches, but it's like a cool blue sort of motif we got going on in here. Like blue and orange. It's really nice when especially when it's nighttime like that. Outside, it looks really, really cool. Sorry, you'd think you get like a mysterious quest or something from being around it, and I think that all in all, it turned out really well. We just haven't fully decorated it yet. It's one of those really ambitious, really ambitious builds. As you can see, there's plenty of space. I wonder if there could probably even be more here. We could continue building out like underneath, but I don't think we built underneath the stone. We just put it up on like a big stone foundation and had it overlooking this like little fishing hut here, which will probably turn into a more elaborate docking system if it's going to be at the tavern there, because we could get that and like a whole like fishing area. Should be sweet if you could get like make a fish hatchery and you could keep farming fish that way. But either way, a couple of boars. We're gonna go take a little nap here. He's taking a shit or something. All right, we're back on the road. We're gonna head back up past the tavern. But I wish I could have showed you what the blue
we wanted to
lights
go and
as
check
well.
out
Maybe
a couple more areas
I'm
here. I
gonna
forgot
try
about
to do
these areas.
videos for some of these builds because they're all pretty cool.
We didn't quite get over because it became nighttime, so we ended up at the fishing village, which we should go down and see again.
And I may do some
instead
like
we're gonna
time-lapse
go back
build
past
videos
the
as
tavern and
just
go
to
up
give you
to
a cool
the
idea as to what how I get some of my inspiration. And everything.
Not those boars.
So,
to the boar house.
So we're gonna head up to the boar house
And
now.
show you show you the massive pack of
It's
boars
been,
that are just sort of chilling.
Couple
And I feed
sessions,
them as well.
actually.
It's been a while since they've been fed.
Coming
so
back
it was a
and
good idea to go in there
sort of building
and
it into something.
give them
And I think
raspberries.
it is still in progress, if you ask me. Like there should be more, just by how big
Give
this,
some wood.
the middle part
Used
of this
to be
building is with the
there's
big tower
yeah,
and
see, there's a
everything.
big round tavern or
Like the density
tavern
of
tower
it
here.
should be.
This is where the boars
busier.
used to
There
live.
should be
They
more-
kept getting scared constantly.
should be
I
more
think
dense.
because of the
So
big
I'm gonna come back to that.
bonfires that
But
are
as of right now, I'm gonna go
out
feed
in front here.
feed the piggies. I brought
So
them
I
out
made
here
this
because I
big
kept
route
getting
so I
scared
could
from-
take
by the
them
big
all the way
bonfires
up
that
here
were,
and put them in a cage.
over on the other side of the build. So they stay in this
They
little
throw 'em a
cage
whole bunch
here.
of raspberries. They're
Don't
gonna
really
be
do much with
fine.
them. They just are kind
Built
of in
into a hill, it's a
captivity
little cramped.
until we can make this place completely safe, and I just let them free or leave them to roam around the.
Then we're gonna go check out the top here.
The
I was really proud of this
property,
build.
I guess.
This part of
So yeah, I got like a big
town.
tower here and sort of a
Just
couple
because of those,
like decks,
like the new
that you can
bonfire sort
stand
of,
on and sort of overlook things. Like you can see
like
the,
towers that I've
there's
learned
the
to build.
tavern down there, looking real sharp. The I
They're
really
very
like
nice.
these.
You can use like the
sort
dark
of
wood
beacons as well, is what I've been calling them, with
like
the
dividers
dark wood
and
the bonfires.
arches.
You build a
with the
4x4
posts
square, and then you
and
can build out
create
some really
pretty cool
designs
stuff.
with the dark wood arches and
For that I did like a 4x4
dividers. With the shingled roof
square base and brought it up.
So yeah, just showing
3
off
or
that
4
little part of the
levels.
building there. I kind of
Then you build everything
way I
up
would
another
picture that is
4
like kind
meters?
of like a barracks,
4 meters?
and that's like the captain's quarters.
I don't remember if it's 4
You can
meters.
see with like the beacons and
how
stuff. I can
tall
imagine like
those,
soldiers sort of
I
like
remember how
surveying
tall
the
those
land
posts
and,
are, so.
And like walking along the walls.
Put
in
2
this
long
area.
posts up and then put a roof on
Um,
it. Fill it with the
But as we
the
head back
dividers.
here, I'm gonna get a
Put a
couple
bonfire in the middle.
overhead
It looks
views.
really great. You got to put the bonfire down
Kind
first.
of like there's the board.
Otherwise, you don't really.
I should have stopped.
You're
and
not
looked
really
at
able to
these-
put
looked
it
at
down
these
'cause you
stairs
need
closer
to build
because I
the
put a lot of
dividers
work into
around.
those as well. Like
Here's that
getting the
FPS
stone
drop coming
blocks to
again.
the right level
As
where
we
you
come
can
back
just
to this
run
part
up
of town, it starts to load.
them.
And
There's just like stone flooring
now we
blocks,
get
but
some
they've been
aerial shots
spaced
of
in a
the
way
place.
that creates like a
just
really
to kind of give you an idea of the
gradual sort of
scale of it,
stairs.
I like to go up into the sky
But
from
yeah,
a
let's
free build.
go free cam. Let's go overhead here and see what we
After
can
running around, you'd
see what we can see.
pretty
Yes.
much seen it, but
That's kind of like to give you an idea of the scale. So
Here's
there's
the
see the
center of
bridge
town
back
there.
there. See, here's the center of town.
Are we gonna
Bohemian
do a quick
Rhapsody's
zoom out?
there. You
might do some stylistic
zoom
sort
right
of
on out,
camera
and you
shots
can really
where it,
see like
pulls
the
out.
size of it.
Can use
I
that
think it's
shot
pretty
in
darn
the
huge.
intro.
You think
or
of that, you think
something
all
to
the
a
buildings that
video,
are over on the
or-
left there too. There's still a little bit left to be put. No, not even. We can
It's
start
pretty
building up the
massive.
hill. You can see there's
plenty of
stones,
space left to build.
and probably next to the
Actually, the top, those
tavern
stones
there
at the top are
along
gonna
the
be
water.
really
Like I
cool.
said, there's probably gonna be a fish hatchery of some
Might start
sort,
by
like something
flattening
really
things
cool.
out.
Sorry, the
Might be the
game's
next thing.
taking
You
a
can see all the different trails
dump
and
here
stuff,
because
trying to get
it's
an idea
saving.
of the
terrain up
the
top.
FPS has been pretty bad in spots as well because it's just a really dense build. There's a lot of different secret corridors and stuff, and really cool things to take a look at. So, and explore. We should show more off, but I think we could do like an in-depth video of everything at another point.
Pretty awesome.
So you can fly over.
I might do a different style video for this.
I assume it's going to be like a tall tower there, the way that it's built with the iron beams. There's another tower here that needs
like
some working on.
I should just do a cinematic video with the camera recording.
Let's see.
Yep, and then like
or
these little
maybe like
areas.
they may even be like
Maybe
turn into some sort
video,
of like
like
gatehouse or like customs,
real estate video or something.
or are they, because they can't really be like houses because all the stairs in them. So
This is
It
cool.
could
This whole
be
thing's built on a hill,
like
which is kind
office
of annoying,
buildings, I
though.
guess you'd call them. It's administration buildings for the.
So next, we're gonna go to
Vikings.
Greytower.
who
This
come
is
to
the
visit.
second build we did.
But
It's
now
on the
we're
other
gonna go
side
take a
of
look
this
at
island,
Greytower.
which is a fairly big starting island, but it only
This is the second build we did. It's
black
on the opposite
forest
side of the
and some
island.
small mountains
I didn't
on it.
actually include a map. I should include a map of where kind of everything's located,
So,
but that's okay.
so this is like
let's
the entrance
turn
here.
on the hearth here.
This platform, or the teleporter, used to be at a different
And,
spot. It was just
yeah,
kind of an
so
inconvenient.
We actually
place to
don't even
have
go
it.
into
And you
the
can
blacksmith
see
shop for
the
some reason.
Decking is all
just about
finished
to.
and
We take
nice
a
here.
Yui.
Never used to be.
We built this out of a
So
broken
it's,
tower. This is like where it all started.
Not that you guys know any
basically,
of this. Like-
around here, and then it expanded out. Foot of the
Yeah,
farms,
you
foot of the
would have never
bungalow.
seen this in the early
Even
stages, but
the,
we basically took like a broken tower
The blacksmith shop. We did go in.
and
It's
turned
right
it
here.
into
Okay.
like a small little
turn on the
settlement.
torch there. Didn't
Um,
get like a great look at
and,
it, but we got some like
we'll
rampart
turn around and
walls
see the
here
broken
that
tower
overlook
here
the
eventually.
farm.
I really like this sort of
You can get a
truss
get a good
thing
look at
behind
your
there as well.
crops, or if you need to defend,
We'll
right?
get a good
Plants
look
versus
at it here in a
zombies
second.
or whatever.
Basically used a whole bunch of
then
ladders
You're pretty
and,
comfy with that. And we also have this trussed sort of,
and
or like
planks
trellised.
and
I don't know what you
turned,
call it.
sort of cool
but it's like a lattice sort
latticed,
of covering
sort of
thing
causeway.
that you can that you basically walk through. We'll take a walk through it later. And head up the tower
and we
here
can go up to the top here. You can
um,
see this is part of the
to
broken
the
tower that I was
basically the
talking
wonky
about.
part. This is all.
See, we
I
never
think
even
it
filled
should all
in the
be
one
expanded
spot.
a
There's
little
like a
bit
great big
more
window in it.
and make it
You
like
see
a
our
big
little
base,
bungalow off in the distance.
instead of just a tower. But we'll get to there.
This is right up
when
at
we
the
get
top.
to there. Right now we're just touring around. You can see like it was
And
like
there's the
3/4
the
of
broken
of a
wall still
tower,
there.
and
This
we
is like a
just
watchtower
built up
area.
on 3 of the walls and left one of the walls really exposed. I thought that could be cool because then
And
we
we'll take a
could,
jump over the roof.
we could do it in wood, or we can like build out of
Yeah.
it. Like you saw
There's
the
some
top
cool
buildings
little
there. Those were added later.
hidden passages in this
And
as
back
well.
to the ramparts.
This is
You
more
go
just
down
like
past this little docking area over to our sweet little
that's all pretty
bungalow.
normal. Just like
She built
platforms
this,
and walk-in.
It is pretty awesome. I
This
like
is our
the
new
way the
bedroom.
doors,
We
like,
used to
angled
live in
here.
the
It
broken
makes the
tower,
room
but
feel bigger.
built a little
like, you get to
bungalow in
see
here, which
more
is
of the
kinda
room when
nice.
you walk in. So
the
it's a
little
really
cooking
cool design
station,
choice.
some nice lighting. I really like this building.
Just
the
a well set
diagonal
up room.
door and the carpet and stuff.
and
It's
feels good
pretty
to
dang
come to.
awesome.
So here
And
we're
then
gonna run past
there's
this
the
little bridge
like the
thing that we
bridge
built here as well into the storage
and to
room.
the storage
which
room.
Gets very little use.
Storage
to
room,
be
but it
honest.
doesn't really
You
have
can
anything
see
in it.
all
'Cause we
these
don't spend
chests
a lot
are
of time
empty
here either.
pretty much everywhere I look. But we don't spend a lot of time here.
We used to.
So it is what it is. But here we've
And
got a
secret-
little
what are these?
secret passage.
Secret door.
Take a peek around
Yeah.
before we go anywhere.
Now
You
we're
go
like
even
underneath
further
the
through
sort
that.
of
If you go through that, you
key up
actually
top
get out
where
at
you
the
walk.
farm instead of taking this
the
door out.
ramparts, I guess.
But this just like circles you back around.
It's a pretty awesome little
It's like
door.
a little hidden passageway. We could put
And you
another
can sneak right
secret
inside.
there, so it's actually a little more
This-
secret.
this spot's like
through the other side,
It's
you
in
know
between
you,
the meadows
know how to
and
find
the
it,
black
so-
forest.
but it doesn't really matter.
So we get like
You,
a good view from this
You
angle.
can get a nice view of the sort of skyline here. And I really
There's
really
a
like the way
checkerboard
that this
back
one
here.
turned out. Honestly.
Chessboard. I was trying to find a way to make a
You've still
chessboard
got
with like
plenty
different
of space to go.
like item stands,
for
and you
now,
can
we
move your
can,
parts and stuff, or move your pieces
just keep
around.
looking.
But I never really
and see what we can
quite
do
got
here.
it.
Don't know why I was taking my time. I was just taking a nap apparently.
See, eventually
dozing
we want
off.
to build into
See, we're
the
gonna
wall
build.
there.
We
There's
wanted to build into like the
Grey
the
Dwarf
wall
just
there.
sort of
You
hanging
can
out
see
on
up
the
in
wall.
the top right. There's some
We're still in the meadows here.
a little bit of building that has yet to be done, or has
One
been
part
started
of
but
the
not finished.
Place where
And
we're in
here's
the
the
Black
trellis
Forest.
thing. I
think
like the
it's
way
a
the
little
light
further
comes
on
out
the
of
other
this.
side.
I
Yeah,
like
and there's
the
this
way
causeway. I like the way the light
like
comes
there's
into
grass. It's just a really sort of.
It's a nice
a
little
large
entrance
structure
to the town.
Generally
Even though the
purposeless, but
teleporter's
it's
like in the middle.
kind of
and
cool
If you were
to
coming
look
from anywhere,
at.
it'd probably
So,
be from Valkyrie.
I guess that's the purpose
Valkyrie
that it
Meadows,
serves
the
as
other
well.
town
It's
we
like
were just
a
in.
tourist attraction.
But it's still pretty
big
neat.
trellis
Here's all the hidden
covered
passageways I was
bridge.
talking about.
Come
Get
see
down
our
underneath
fine bridge.
the blacksmith,
But
which we don't actually.
so we can
come
take
to
a
think
look
of
over
it,
the
I don't think I
farm
go
here.
inside the blacksmith
really like it.
shop in this
Where are we
tour.
gonna head? I think we.
But
just
it's right
head
there
back
with the big
to,
tall roof.
We're gonna head back to Valkyrie
Yeah, I
Meadows.
don't think I go in.
and we're gonna take a little.
Or this
Oh,
little
no, we're
like,
gonna do
pier
an overhead
for
view, I
docking
think.
your boat.
That's
And we'll do a quick flyover.
Get into position. Yeah, you get a good idea as to how it's all constructed. I'd like to build out a little
Pretty
bit
great,
further
I
here.
think.
Make it like a
It's one of the more
totally
organized
seaside, like
ones we
seawall
have,
going into
despite it being
the,
built on like
into
broken
the
tower.
Instead of
Really
having those
efficient
buildings
sort of
hanging out there.
build.
But either way, I think for now this is pretty.
Especially
darn good.
like the farms. The farms
I like
have a
the
lot of
realism
carrots
of
on
this
there.
one with like
Carrots
the
and
big
turnips.
farm and everything. Like you'd need that to operate.
And we'll
There's some
move on
secret
to the next
passages
one.
and everything. Like it's basically just like a mercenary fort. But we're gonna head back. We didn't even go to Pine Grove. Actually, we just skipped it. Pine Grove is one building that we fixed up and a half-built bridge. Not even a half-built bridge, a half-built pillar. So we didn't miss much. We're gonna go up to Riverrun now, which is a super fun place. We've been working on it recently. We're gonna spawn in the newest building, but I'm gonna take a tour down to the oldest one first. We've made a lot of improvements out here, giving ourselves a lot more space to work in. It used to be like a really cramped tree fort that we ended up building a couple more levels to, and it sort of stepped into itself. But nowadays it is getting to be pretty fleshed out. There's like a transport hub here for all the teleporters. I'm gonna see if I can jump off of this, and I can't. So let's go. Get out of here. You gotta take the old-fashioned route. There's still some to build here. I'm gonna just smack a troll around a little bit. He gives me a couple good swipes, but just want to make sure he doesn't come over and destroy anything on us. I should have shot him one more time. Either way, the 3-hit combo doesn't quite work on these trolls. I find sometimes you gotta go like for 2 and then shield, because by the time you finish your 3rd strike you can't actually even parry in time, depending on your rhythm. You could probably get it, you could probably do it, but either way I think parrying is more important than a 3rd hit. Either way, here we are. So we're gonna take a little stroll inside. You can see the original tree fort. Yeah, it started with like this ladder here, and I built something in the middle of a pine tree, and then we just started building up. You come on in here. The most annoying ladder. I need to improve it because it's so annoying to get up. But yep, here we are in our nice little tree fort. It felt really cool, really elvish when we did it the first time, because it was just a tiny little like outpost, I guess, where we would bring our copper back and smelt it into things. Got a little bit of storage. See, we didn't really do much other than mine copper here, copper and tin. But once we started building, we decided we wanted to come back and sort of mess around and see what we could do. We had a big open area where we mined out a whole bunch, and we filled it in with the inn across the way there. And then from that, everything else just sort of continued to expand. We you can see down here it leads into like, this was kind of like the workshop area before we built anything else. So it had the smelter there and the kiln, and there's just like a stairway up to what we turned later. Later we turned this into like the bedroom area, which was really nice. It was just sort of chilling, nice and comfy. Comfort 7 wasn't bad at the time. Now you go over to our new place and it's like Comfort 15. It's absolutely nuts. You can see nice little views here. The trees kind of like make it cramped though. I'd like to be able to take the trees out, but I think that ship has sailed. I think as soon as you destroy one of those trees, it's going to take out half the base. So just kind of gotta live with what we got there. And it looks pretty cool too, but it's just they take up a lot of space sometimes. But either way, we are gonna go check out what I don't really know what this is. Honestly, it's like a meeting place. Make it, well, let's call it like a sanctuary, like a guild hall or something. It's like a, not really a temple. It could be like a monk's temple, I guess, where you'd learn Viking martial arts. But I don't really know. I just wanted to clear something out and put something down here because it was a nice sort of like peninsula for this area that I thought deserved a little bit more attention. I got the outpost up here, a deer just booking it and deciding that never mind, I'm scarier than whatever was chasing her. And let's heat it up. And we're not going to take a seat. Let's get out of here. We've seen it all here. Get out of the way. And now I think, yeah, we're going to do an overhead view real fast. No, we need to go check out the tavern. We're going to check out the tavern, and then we're going to check out the teleporter room, I think. So, first floor here, you have like the meeting hall, which is awesome. And the kitchen has the pass-through window. Oh, really, really nicely done, pardon me. My girlfriend built all of this. I don't think I laid a single brick in here. I think I came and put like 10 jack-o'-turnips on her table and caused a big fuss and left. But yeah, we got this like little side room. You can see there's the dog. And this is like the main suite where you can like relax your bones in the hot tub, in the jacuzzi. And I really like the way that all these top like upper floor like hallways are laid out and everything. It's like a cool really cool design, the way the walls are all designed. And now the dog's in the way. Get out of here. Good boy. But move. Anyways, this doesn't work. Don't even know why I tried it. So here's the back way out, and it's nighttime again. So we need to go back in and have a nap before we show the last part of this build and do a little overhead flyer buyer. And this is where we came in to the area here. It's the most recent thing I've built in this area. It's a great big sort of teleporter thing. You can go to the stones when it's connected. You can go to Dark Ether. Doesn't exist. Not actually a place. Just filling it in. Maybe eventually. We'll see. I think that'll probably be the Mistlands or something. It's going to be dark there. Adventure. Who knows where that'll be. Riverrun, that's where we are. So we don't need to go anywhere there. Don't need to head back quite yet. I think we're going to go check out something else first. Oops.
didn't even go to the teleporter for Coldreach, but we will go there later. There's no worries there. We're just going to do a quick flyer by here. I can see some of these pine trees. I really like the way that this area looks. I think that it's like the blue and the orange when the sun comes up and stuff. Just the sort of ambience you can get for your builds in the Black Forest is really sweet. Except for the really tall trees are nice sometimes, but other times like they're just kind of covering the build right now. It's hard to get good angles of like good shots of the build with the really tall trees kind of in the way. All right, so we're back at Valkyrie Meadows. We're gonna take a little peek, take a little rundown, and show you the Eyrie. I really like how Valkyrie Meadows looks when the sun's coming up like this. It's super adds to like the feeling of like peacefulness and helps it, like, because it should be a busy place. It's just there's no one around because there's no one else on the server. So either way, we're gonna head out to the Eyrie, which is the way we used to get to Riverrun, but Riverrun became big enough that we gave it its own little spot. And for now, I'm just gonna fast forward until we get there because I stand here for a second. So here we are in the Eyrie. You can see I'm gonna just light the fire. It's a tiny build. It's definitely the smallest one, like as a full like build. There's not much more we can do with this, so it's basically like a building out in the water, like a single structure, and it's really kind of cool conceptually. It's like a halfway point between if you leave by boat from Valkyrie Meadows and getting out to like the main ocean, so you can, because you're in kind of a harbor area at the beginning of this seed. So it's kind of like a nice little docking station. You can keep your boat there, so you don't need to sail all the way from Valkyrie Meadows to get out anywhere. Mind you, there's other places you could sail out from as well, but you know, if you're gonna leave from your main hub, that's where you'd have to go. So you can climb up this tower, which actually connects to a bridge that connects to the other side. There's like a canal that goes through the island, so you can park a boat in there as well instead of having it just sort of floating out on the side of the island, which is actually really hard to park. So it's probably better that there was one out on the other side. But honestly, you could even install a second side to this and like park a boat on the opposite side as well, and then just have this canal for aesthetic purposes, or in case you need to stash another boat and you don't want to carry a whole bunch of stuff super far. It's definitely convenient to hop on and hop off, but that's pretty much the entire thing. And I don't get an overview, like an overhead view of this for some reason. I really wish I did, but what can you do? It's just like a really cool building that just sits in the water. It would lend itself really well to an overhead view. Well, I'll give you like a highlight reel or something at some point. But either way, back to Valkyrie Meadows quick, and now we're going to go to Stonemire. We passed it earlier. I'd mentioned that we would be going there later, and now we will be visiting there. It's also a work in progress. It's got a lot of potential, you'll see. It's honestly, it's really big. It's a really big place so far. It was one of the biggest builds that we had at the time, other than Valkyrie Meadows. Now I have... actually, I don't think the mountains build I've done is bigger than this one, but... Oh, it's definitely not. But we'll see the mountain ones later. And for now, we can just sort of scoot around, and you're going to see this little storage room. Basically just a utility closet. There's no need for it to even be there. It should be moved. A couple little chests here as well, which would be great for farming, because there's like a little flax farm here that you can set up. Nice and organized with all the planks and everything. I really like to do the farms that way, so you always get everything in a straight line. You can like maximize how much output you have. But I need to level the ground a little bit better, is basically the story. But either way,
You can see like the mead hall. Got all the barrels and stuff here. Some nice tables. Bunch of green banners. Green banners are kind of all over this place. I think that was just to like tie everything together, make it seem like one thing. I didn't really do that in any other places. Valkyrie Meadows has a bunch of different flags because it's kind of like where everything connects. And but I think the main one over there is the red one that's on the hostel area. But you can see there's like locks just outside the walls here. The walls are all pretty big. And this is all needs to be like developed into something, or at least it could be, and fix some of these walls as well. Just get them a nice little sort of aesthetic touch, like where they're curved like that. Maybe even like build directly out from them. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe put some pillars in there, but we'll see. It's a nice little road here. There was some bushes in the way, which, as you can see, do get in the way. Probably should have taken out the old sword to chop them down, but what can you do? Patch in the ground. You can see this is very much unfinished. There's just random things that don't really make sense or serve any purpose right now. So, but I just wanted to build something nice in the plains, and eventually I think we'll work on it a little bit more. But as for now, we have some other builds that we're working on. We're doing some building in the Black Forest, like I said, at Riverrun, and then at Coldreach we're going to be doing some more building, I think. And I would really like to build something in the swamp. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of gross. But either way, here's the overhead view of Stonemeyer, which is really, I like how it's like a rounded. You got the Instagram logo in the center, the rounded square with the walls on the outside. It makes it look like a cool fortress. Like we could make this go up a couple levels is the cool part. And who knows, like we might make great big walls that you can snipe death skeetos from. Like that would be awesome. Okay, now this is the final area here. This is Coldreach. We just recently started building this. Right now you're in the basement with the egg door, and there's a cool secret tunnel that was built underneath this as well. It's very, very structurally, like, a lot of logic went into the structure of it. And it has like really strong walls. You can see all the beaming and everything. It's a fairly large building. I think there's a chance it's bigger than Stonemire when you consider all the material, like not all the materials that went into it, but like just consider how the logistics would have had to make sense to get it as tall as it is, and just like as elaborate as it is. You can see there's like the back way into the basement here. Instead of taking the tunnel, let's get you to there. And here's the egg door. Egg door. And there's the creep hole. You can watch people going up and down the stairs. And we can go up the door. I really like the way that the sort of hearth turned out there. I still need to work on some of the decorations. A lot of these wooden beams and stuff could do with a little bit of covering. And then we got a third floor up here. As you can see, this is like the third floor of basically where we entered. The chimney goes all the way up. All the roofs interlock pretty much perfectly with each other, which is pretty awesome. We need a couple more windows in the place, though, which is the only thing I'm going to be focusing on here soon. I think some big cathedral windows on that big wall will make sense. And then there's like this long hallway we can go into here, little vestibule area, and then we can get to the doghouse where we got Big Wolfo, we got Papa Wolfo, we got Wolfo, we got Wolf, and we got Wolf. I was thinking about naming them. I don't have any food to give them. They won't eat wolf, and they don't think they eat intestines either. But I actually may be wrong about that. I don't know.
See, we're just going to get like a little view of it here. It was snowstorming, which was brutal. But, you know, it's still, it kind of like adds to the mysteriousness of it. It gives me a real Skyrim vibe with, like you'd be like some important Skyrim dude. I don't know. I didn't really play Skyrim all that much. So we're going to take a look up here on the roof. We take a little slide off here as well. But what I wanted to do is get an aerial view for everybody and just show you kind of like the scale of the building as well. You can see me on the top there. It is a pretty big little installment, and I think there's still space to do a little bit more. Really like the way that it turned out, though. There's still time to add a bit, but for now, I think that'll be it. Let me know what you thought of the video. If you want to see more, I will maybe post something. Bye.